you might think that I'm in English Village, somewhere in the English countryside, but actually that's not what's happening. I'm actually in the middle of New York City. A lot of people think that the suburban feel that exists around New York, that's kind of like it's solely in the suburbs. However, there are definitely pockets of New York, and it's not just one, there's multiple places like this in New York City, but the broader area is called Forest Hills. This is Forest Hills Gardens. Forest Hills, the broader area, has 70,000 people roughly. This is basically a well-preserved community from 120 years ago that was built, and to this day it looks exactly the same because they were able to maintain it perfectly. This is literally like 13 minutes away from Midtown, from Penn Station, but a lot of people don't know that this is what New York actually looks like in practice, and it's like multiple neighborhoods. Besides the train, the Long Island Railroad, there is a subway option that actually gets you to Central Park in under 20 minutes. We're gonna walk to the Station Square, which is kind of the middle point between this neighborhood and the main street, which is Austin Street. And it's actually one of the most well-preserved streets that kind of look like a British, like a high street. Now, high street is not a concept in America. Here it would be called Main Street, but it's really a high street, which is like a commercial street that has a bunch of shops, stores. It's kind of like the main street of the neighborhood. Whenever I have shared something, people have kind of commented that this must be like Westchester or like Nyack or whatever. And it's like, that's not what it is. It's literally like in the middle of Queens, and Queens is made up of various pockets and neighborhoods and communities, and each community is gonna look totally different. So, but this right here is something that is not just like a public place. We talked about business improvement districts in the Times Square video, where I mentioned that the reason why Times Square got cleaned up is because obviously BID was formed, and people, the residents, the owners, would actually pay into an organization. And so they were able to clean up Times Square by making a private organization that manages Times Square. Right here, something similar is happening because we're also talking about a private organization. This is not a public space. These are private streets of a private community that is managed by a corporation that is actually in charge of making sure that it's maintained, that it's secure, things are working properly. And it was actually designed by Frederick Law Olmsted Jr. So the son of Frederick Law Olmsted, who designed Central Park. So his son actually designed this based on Garden City movements in the UK. And this is probably better preserved than even the garden cities in the UK, specifically because of what I mentioned, which is that it's a private organization. But this area right here is reminiscent of, people say like any other suburb in America, but the reality is that it's not really any other suburb, just because the architecture is what makes it different. If you go to a random suburb in like Cleveland, I've heard this comparison before, and to me that's just a little bit funny because Cleveland suburbs, even though they're beautiful, they have some fantastic suburbs. The actual architecture behind the houses and the buildings and the infrastructure is not the same. This reminds me of Hampstead. So when I was in the UK, I lived in Hampstead, which is an area that is like 15 minutes away from the city of London, central London. And Hampstead was actually famous because Hampstead was like a green enclave in the middle of London. And when it was first formed, Hampstead was like 90 minutes away by car when it was first created. And now it's 15 minutes away because Hampstead now has the tube. So you can just get on the tube and get to central London in 15 minutes. So a similar thing is happening here. I think it's the most comparable because proximity to the center actually matters. So Hampstead is literally 15 minutes away. This is 15 minutes away. The main difference here actually is pricing, because Hampstead is notoriously expensive. Like NW3, you're looking at like a $20 million house. And that's just not the case here. I mean, don't get me wrong, this is also quite expensive. It's like $4 or $5 million for a house. But compared to Hampstead, Hampstead is substantially more expensive. In Hampstead, you got like Victorian houses, you got multiple apartments in a Victorian townhouse, for example. And then you have the bigger houses as well, don't get me wrong, but there are some co-ops here. But most of the neighborhood is purely single family homes. It does have tennis history, which is kind of similar to Wimbledon, which obviously has tennis history. You have the Wimbledon/Hampstead feel. You have large family homes that are $4 to $5 million. And it starts at like 2, I think, but this is really loud. I don't know if you can hear me talk. All right, you can hear the construction in the background. And Station Square is kind of the dividing line between the main street/high street called Austin Street here in Queens and the neighborhood. And so first of all, this train that you can hear right now is the one that goes in 13 minutes to the Penn Station. So we're at Station Square, and it looks super interesting. I mean, it looks very British. It's like a unique part of London. And that's the entrance to the neighborhood that we were just in. So the first time that I heard about it was, I saw like a photo of the Station Square, and it was being renovated. And I was like, what is this? Like, I didn't quite understand why there's a British looking place in the middle of New York City. I was kind of confused. There is absolutely a connection, a direct connection between the original Garden Cities and this place. So this is quite alive. There's people skateboarding, and there's people walking. There's restaurants here at the station square, and Austin Street is right there, a bit more construction. And this is where the main street starts. And right here is one of the several entrances from Station Square to the neighborhood. And the co-ops that I was talking about, there's a lot of co-ops here as well, but they're kind of, well, they're not all concentrated in this part, but they're distributed throughout the community. But most of them are here. I mean, the prettiest looking ones that kind of remind me of like, oh, I'm somewhere like England, are these buildings right here. So look at that architecture right there. I mean, this is probably my favorite part. And a lot of people say it's like maintained. Yeah, the architecture is maintained. Like, what's maintained is the actual facades and the outside look, but inside, most of the houses and buildings are actually fully renovated. So the apartments, most of the real estate here is fully renovated and looks pretty modern. So most really good neighborhoods that are famous are gonna have something in common, and that something is not just like big houses or beautiful buildings. What they're typically gonna have in common is a lot of greenery, a lot of trees. And I used to like that because of the aesthetic. I used to think, okay, trees are super important because you want to have trees because they look beautiful. It's leafy, it's affluent, you want that look, right? But when it's the summer and it's like 100 degrees, all of a sudden you're not just talking about the aesthetics, you're talking about like it's really hot. It's not just about like vanity and I just want more trees and I want like greenery. Most of the places that I've been to that are top notch, most of them have that one thing in common, which is a lot of trees. And that's what you want on a hot summer day. So in case you're wondering, how far away is it to get to the train from here? I'm actually gonna show you because there's actually no process. So I'm at the Station Square, and now if I wanna get on the train, all I have to do is I get on these stairs, and we're getting a better view here as well. We're getting a Station Square view. Look how beautiful that is, wow. If somebody told you this is in the middle of New York, you'd probably be like, come on, dude, there's no shot.
It moves roughly 300,000 people every single day across 700 miles of track.
I'm gonna get something to drink real quick. And where am I gonna go to get that? As I said, we already have a main street here, which is Austin Street, and I'm just gonna get on that street. And right here, when the train passes, it gets super loud in this tunnel right here. But now you're exiting to Austin Street, and now it becomes substantially more commercial, as you can see. So now we're in Sales Central, basically. We got McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, we got Citibank, and it still has some of that architecture here that we talked about. It's just no longer as residential. This street is actually one of the best streets in Queens, in my opinion, for commercial stuff. This is a pretty lengthy stretch of the street that is full of commercial places, restaurants, shops, banking, etc. And it simply doesn't stop. It just keeps on going throughout the entire stretch. It actually extends even to the other neighborhood. It's like a 35-minute walk across this street, and you're still not at the end of the street. Now over there is Queens Boulevard, which is obviously the main transit point for driving into Manhattan and back. But this street is super pedestrian friendly. There's plenty of barber shops. We got some pizza places. We got Bear Burger right here. This is walking distance from the Forest Hills Gardens neighborhood. You can literally just walk here in like 10 minutes and you're gonna be here. And that neighborhood goes all the way from Metropolitan Avenue to Austin Street to the Station Square area. We got some cafes here and more architecture. All right, so I'll walk to Target and get something to drink because I'm super thirsty. It's very hot. I really should have brought a bottle of water with me, but it is too late to complain now. I'll just go to Target and get it. And right there is Queens Boulevard. You can see it from here. And we got Shake Shack. I mean, that's how you could recognize a solid street, is it has Shake Shack on it. You can see how alive it is here. It's a hot summer day at noon, and these are the streets in the Forest Hills area. And so we got, as I said, barber shops, jewelry stores, we got ice cream, Bath and Body Works, we got a couple of gyms, Pandora, City MD, and I'm looking for Target, which is somewhere here. I'm actually not 100% sure where it is, but it's supposed to be somewhere around here. I can see Target. Power of good branding. I can see Target from here. Kung Fu tea. We might try that. But now we need something cold because it is a super hot summer day. All right, I actually got some Hal's New York seltzer water because the other thing that I was gonna get had some sugar and I wanted to keep it low carb because I'm just drinking water. I don't wanna drink sugar. So after we exited Forest Hills Gardens and went to Austin Street, greenery is not done yet. Here's another park here on Queens Boulevard. This is my favorite part of Queens Boulevard because it's green, chilled out. There's some residential stuff here, apartments, and there's also a lot of stores. So I'm walking through the park here on Queens Boulevard, and it's super green, super leafy, and looks quite nice. I mean, Queens Boulevard is usually known for being commercial and busy and rugged, but look how beautiful this is, wow. So right across the street on the other side of Queens Boulevard is also Forest Hills. All right, we're gonna sit here on Queens Boulevard in a park with some stores, fitness centers, a lot of gyms here. People like to work out, obviously. Much needed water, 100%. Super hot in New York in August. We're gonna wrap it up. This is the end of the video. Tell me in the comments, what are we gonna check out next? Like, subscribe, and let me know what do you wanna see in the next video.